Moving on, we're going self-titled here. Released in 2013. Again, this is the second time I saw the band live, right before they released it. When did they release this one? September? Yeah, that's right. Sort of in the fall. Yeah, I saw them in April of 2013, right before they released the record. And it's one that I do enjoy. Obviously it's been panned, and this was kind of a low point, critically speaking, for the band. But a lot of fans, including myself, do enjoy this record, and there are some songs that I do find enjoyable, if not most. So let's do Alien Days. Alien Days, you know what? It's a song I've always loved. I gotta put Alien Days in the S. It really is a standard MGMT song. When I first heard Alien Days, it was right around when I saw them. I think they released it like a month or so before. Let me see. Yeah, almost 2 weeks before I saw them. They released it April 20th. I think I saw them like the 28th of April of that year. So like a week before, or a week and a half before I saw them, they released Alien Days. And I loved it. And then they played it live, and I loved it even more. And I've loved it since. It gives you a weird, eerie feeling. I don't know how to describe it. I've always loved it. So I got to put it right there in the S. Track 2, Cool Song number 2. One that I've always enjoyed, including the video. I remember this was one of the songs that they used in like an album teaser. And, again, would I put it in the S? No, but it's one of those ones where I enjoyed the video. I remember, like I said, they used this song in to tease the album. And so again, Cool Song number 2, in the A tier. It's a song that I do enjoy. Would I say it's one of my favorite MGMT songs of all time? No, but it's a song I do enjoy, and I think it certainly adds to the self-title. All right, moving on. Mystery Disease. This is one I've always enjoyed, but I don't think it belongs necessarily in the A tier. I think it belongs right there in the B. I think that's a good spot. I think it's a good song. Not one I usually seek out too much. Even one, if I'm going back to the self-title, it's not one I necessarily throw on first. I'll certainly go to Alien Days before I'll go to, Mystery Disease. But again, I don't think it takes away from the self-title at all. I think it's enjoyable. Like our next song, Introspection, right there in the B. Again, a song I do enjoy. I think it's a good cover. I believe it is a cover. And yeah, I think it, again, I think it adds to the self-title there. And it's one I actually enjoy a little more than Mystery Disease. But, and again, seeing it, I do think it's just there with Cool Song number 2. I maybe a step below, but yeah, I enjoy it. I think Introspection's a B tier song. Would I put it in the A? Looking at the other A tier songs, is it on the same level as the Youth or Weekend Wars, or It's Working? Yeah, again, it's Cool Song number 2 though. So that's kind of where it gets a little muddy. But you know what? I'm fine with it. Introspection, right there in the B. But what song is not a B tier song for me? One of my favorite songs on this album. Your Life is a Lie, right there in the S tier. I love Your Life is a Lie. Always love this song. Love the video that goes along with it. Love how kind of bombastic it is, and just it's kind of rough around the edges. Still love that song. Go back to it often. It's certainly one of my favorite MGMT songs, and I would consider it one of the better, or not better, one of the best MGMT songs. Not better, one of the best MGMT songs. That's why it belongs directly in the S tier. Moving on now, A Good Sadness. This is one I've always enjoyed. A Good Sadness. It is kind of a head trip. It's kind of a wild ride, but certainly A Good Sadness belongs right there in the A tier. I mean, where else could it go? It's you can't really make out too much of lyrics, but hey, A Good Sadness right there in the A tier. A very good song, and one that I always get just lost in. I really do. Another song I get lost in. I mean, just both these songs back to back, just unreal. I mean, it's kind of like a head trip or something. Astromancy, right there in the B tier. I've always enjoyed it. I think it's a great, not great, but I think it's good. I think it's a good song. Uh, Again, like I said, I always kind of just, you just put it on, you just kind of sit there and just, it washes over you, envelops you. Especially going from, you know, your life is a lie into a good sadness, into astromancy, and then into ultimately, I love you to death. This is one of those ones where I think this is sort of a miss on the album. I would place it directly right there in the C tier. Not necessarily one of my favorites on the self-titled. I don't necessarily go back to it either. But yeah, I think right there in the C tier is kind of the right spot for I Love You to Death. Moving on, Plenty of Girls in the Sea. I've always enjoyed it. Right there in the B. What can I say? Plenty of Girls in the Sea. Good song. Really unique. Alright, we've reached the final song on the self-titled MGMT album, An Orphan of Fortune. This is one I've struggled with. I've gone back and forth. It's a song I enjoy at times, but is it a song I go back to all that often? Not really. It's tough. This one's tough. I enjoy it. I really do. But is it on the level of Plenty of Girls in the Sea? Astromance? Man. I can't lie, originally I had this in the C tier. I had it right here. But I do enjoy the self-titled. I really do. Oh, alright. I'm splurging. An Orphan of Fortune, it's in the B tier. It was right there. It's kind of one of those C plus, B minus to me, Yeah, I'll put it in the B. Like I said, originally I had it in the C tier, but today it goes in the B.